Ah, Mr. House. There's been many, and I mean many, videos or comments on this topic. Heck, I regularly get notifications across social media of someone commenting on one of my videos about how the TV show ruined Mr. House and how it shouldn't be classed as canon, and also how Bethesda is ruining the West Coast.
Nah, modern studios are gonna ham-fist references and botch everything, just like they always do. If they can run a family staple 80-year-old franchise and name it to the ground, this is just spilled milk. Fallout is dead. The story is dead. The people who wrote these stories aren't involved anymore. It's over. Go play Starfield or $60 when Ubisoft and Max remaster Fallout 3. Eat your opium and shush. Oh, why did that voice just kind of felt thinning?
Oh, why did that voice just kind of felt thinning? But why? Why is it that so many fans, creators, and enjoyers of Fallout seem to come to this conclusion? Well, let's talk about it. Hello everybody, my name is Did Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, there's a lot of new faces. You've probably come from one of my edits. I also talk about Fallout. I also do little skits with the Legate Linnaeus armor, and I'm also working on Fallout songs. So, it's all Fallout here. But today I want to talk about Mr. House. Mr. House, a name you will have heard of in some regard, even if you never played Fallout New Vegas. See that Pip-Boy on your arm? That's Robco Tech. Know who owns Robco? House. So even if you only ever played 4 or 3 or more likely 76, you'll have come into contact with something that Mr. House had a hand in. Literally. Mr. House is a huge figure, not just in the game New Vegas, but in the world space of Fallout as a whole. A pre-war legend who built up a defining legacy with multiple projects, companies, and assets. Not only did he go on to predict the Great War, but he also went on to defend New Vegas, or at least the Strip, from nuclear Armageddon. He also survived it, and to this day, in current Fallout lore, could still very much be alive. He's alive during the events of New Vegas, so unless the show retcons that or goes with a different ending, we could potentially see the man. So why is it so many people seem upset about this character appearing in the Fallout TV show? Is it another Frederick Sinclair moment where they essentially rewrite the entire character?
Can't believe you've done this.
Not really, no. You see, while I do agree that Sinclair was rewritten, and I much prefer his Dead Money counterpart, I can't help but think that this was done intentionally as a red herring to distract us from House. A lot of the hate boils down to this one line.
It's a fun idea. There's a lot of earning potential with the end of the world.
That's dumb. You're dumb.
As many people have stated, this line doesn't make any sense at all. There's nothing to gain financially from the end of the world, so it's a moot point. Or is it?
Hold up!
A lot of New Vegas fans like the game and herald it as being the best because of the nuances it has. Often belittling other Fallout fans if they don't enjoy New Vegas because they just didn't get the nuances. So, it's a little ironic to me that people didn't pick up on what seems to be happening here. Now, I am a fan of reading between the line. I'm not a fan of when shows and the narrative holds my hand. So when people say this moment ruined House, I get confused. You see, his body language, his calm demeanor, but that sharp look in his eyes indicates to me this is all a facade. He's here for something. He's playing them. Now, if the show changes this or goes a different route, I will happily hold up my hands and say, I was wrong. But as of right now, all I ask is you hear me out, because this seems very in line for House. He's here to get information. There's no doubt in my mind at this current point in time he's already predicted that the end is coming, and he just wants to get some reinforcement on that idea. And he gets it. He forces Vault-Tec, and potentially the Enclave, to say the silent part out loud.
A significant investment based on a hypothetical. How can you guarantee results?
By dropping the bomb ourselves.
Now, there's no way to confirm that Vault-Tec were definitely the ones who dropped the first bombs, though these do appear to be ground detonations. You see there's no missile drop. He is able to finally get confirmation that at least someone with the power to do it is thinking about doing the unspeakable. This also falls in line perfectly with the red herring I talked about earlier. A lot of old fans disagree with the current narrative of Fallout being capitalism bad, while a lot of new fans simply don't understand the punch of war. War never changes, and this moment merges both of them together, seemingly. And not many people seem to have caught on. Yes, we have the fat cats and the mad hats talking about money. Remember when I mentioned Sinclair? The newer people see him as a literal fat cat, while older fans were confused as to how or why that's Sinclair, that no one actually noticed House. He never made a suggestion about the vaults. The only time he ever talked up was to belittle someone to make himself seem better,
Freddie boy, you could lose money running a casino.
or to get information. He never made a suggestion about the vaults. In fact, it kinda looked like the whole thing disgusted him. That also falls in line with the fact that we know he never trusted Vault-Tec. So on the surface, you have the capitalism bad motif, but underneath all of that you have the literal shadow government and House playing this miniature war game. And to me, that cements House more so than ruins him. People often put House on a pedestal where he never makes a mistake, who is always 5 steps ahead, and for the most part he is. He knew Kaiser would give you the chip back after all.
I also regard it a certainty that the chip was discovered, taken from you, and given to Caesar, who returned it to you. 2 + 2 = 4, Caesar wants you to destroy whatever you find in this bunker.
But he also baby rages if he doesn't get his own way, so it's not out of character for him to sometimes lose his head or lose his cool.
Do you really think I'm going to let an upstart come into my home and ransom my property to me? I spent 2 centuries searching for the platinum chip. It's my invention, my property, mine!
This moment isn't that though. I just think people didn't click what was happening here, and I personally think it's genius. A lot of people seem to think that Todd has this rampant desire to burn down all of the West Coast, and that alone mars any view they have of the show, but what have I told you? The only thing Todd seems to have control of is location, not narrative. All of the information, all of the narrative, all of the writing, all of the main decisions falls on Jonathan Nolan, the man behind some of Chris Nolan's greatest screenplays. So if you like a Christopher Nolan film and you really like the writing of that, you can't particularly say that Todd is doing all of this when Nolan's the one doing all of it. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't add up. I have faith because I love Christopher Nolan films. I love Jonathan Nolan's projects. So I have faith. Again, if season 2 proves me wrong, I will happily admit it. But as of right now, does the show ruin House? No, I don't think so. Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. Keep it civil, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.